a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Yeah, ready. Ow,
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it second and goal.
Get safe. Go ahead. Hut.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So now, here's third and goal.
Ready.
They'll run. It's Achane. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. He gets 4, but not there yet. That brings up fourth and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing fourth down play.
3 plays haven't gotten it done.
Ready.
Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins put it to a low point on the scoreboard. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on fourth and goal to finally punch it.
Oh, there he goes. It's a fake. And this one won't get there. He's stuffed short of the end zone, and their bid for the lead fails as this one remains 7-6. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Deontay Hardy to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
They send a tight end in motion. 2nd and 4. Oh, but he can't evade that one, and they get him to the ground. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board and the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
3rd and long for him here. He'll get this to Henry. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Pass interference. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And
Still third
now
down.
we're going to wait to see how they respond. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. Andrews with the catch. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan's step. Oh my, they're faking it on their opening drive. And he's caught before he can challenge for the first, so the fake doesn't work, and it's gonna be a turnover on downs. And the fake punt is not gonna keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're gonna turn this football over on downs. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Ready. Oh,
Achan. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Now it's second and goal from the 1.
They're right here. Set.
Running for it, it's Achan. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Ready.
Achan again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Dolphins take a 5-point first quarter lead. Devon Achan with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on third and goal.
Sanders all set to send it away. Hardy on the return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up first and... Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jackson now on third. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Jordan Stout's headed out to punt it away on full. And we've seen this before. Breaks another tackle, but the ball's out! The ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. First down, ball at the 36.
Get set.
Running back sent in motion. First down, here's Tua. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 12-point game in the first. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. To rock this offense, looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And they cannot be happy to have spent all 3 of theirs in this opening quarter. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins bump the lead up to 13 points. Sanders all set to send it away. Returning it from the 4. Not a good return. They bring him down just beyond the 10. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 20-7 ball game. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll be hoping for a lengthy drive here with where they're starting out. First down, here's Lamar. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
From the gun, Jackson finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Turning to Henry on third. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that, all that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game, you gotta snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
Offense to the line for second down.
180.
And Another try following the sack. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins have the football at what looks to be the 37-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Get set.
They motion the tight end over. Tagovailoa on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Ready.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Out.
Trying again following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa. He's on the move. Throw is caught by the back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They're now set for first and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Here's Tagovailoa again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Slide.
To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens get a great return up close to their own 30 before they're able to drag him down. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. It was Tyrell Dotson with the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Likely's got it right side. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Throwing on 3rd and long. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. First and 10 from the 41.
It's on!
Blitz coming, Lamar escapes the pocket. He's on the move. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know, man, if I get that first cut, I can make them.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 2. They're left with 4th and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have...
And here we go. It's another fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. That's incomplete left side. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Hey, get set. Out!
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins get more points to end a lopsided first half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Bronk, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins push the lead to 20. Sanders all set to send it away. Hardy on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Ready.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
He was brought down by
They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
first down, Baltimore.
So we've reached halftime down here in Miami. The Dolphins have the lead. Now it's up north. Understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the second half.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. Hardy on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Shot. Ready.
Bait in the motion man left. Now Jackson off the play action. He rolls to his right. He's running with it. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Ready.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right.
Cut.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Gets this one to Andrews. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
DC, ready?
4 downs
DC,
now to
DC.
get in. Here's first and goal.
Shut up!
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. The back's got it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Tucker on for the extra point. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Dolphins are back up. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? Go, go!
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's a chain up the middle. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins push their lead further to start the half. Devon Achane with the touchdown. His third total score this game. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Hardy on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They're out and set, first and 10. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. On first down, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Ready?
A draw now. This is Henry. Fights up a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the Dolphins got it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Ready, set?
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Ooh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Throwing again here on second. Tagovailoa. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins grow their lead off the turnover. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
So after thinking it over, they're lining up for two.
Yeah,
The
ready.
Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Out.
Frying forward on the ground. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that two-point attempt. Okay, Brock, dialing up another two-point call. And remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Ravens back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third.
Home ready.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got Andrews. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Ready. Ready, shot.
This is Henry on second. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Ready. Shut up.
Lamar now from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. This fine's likely. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play.
Hey, middle,
Keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Henry on the option, and he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Come on, come on.
They send the tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Alpha, sit on. 180.
Running once more with Henry. Broke through the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. From 37 yards in the right hash. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that brings it back within 3 scores at least. The gap now 24.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. D. Eskridge to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Dolphins football. They don't got to do much. They've already earned a massive lead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey.
First. Raheem Mostert. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Get set. Go ahead. Hey.
Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. On target to his man, Barrios. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Third and 2. Now Tagovailoa. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. So it's going to be fourth and short.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
44. Ready.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out of the pocket. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Dump off caught by his back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the... They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Get on, up. Get on.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens putting up points in a game decided. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2. Jackson's throwing for it. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready, set. Get on.
2 now from the gun. Finds his man, Waddle. 30. The 10. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Sanders all set to send it away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens returning their offense and this running back to the field. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First down, here's Lamar. This one's to Andrews out right. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
They send him left out of the slot. From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Set.
First down, here's Tua. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before. Target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
They're right here. Out.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense.
And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins continue piling onto this lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Their failure on 4th down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. The drive begins with Henry, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Fourth and forever coming up.
180.
Now it's Lamar. Buying some time right. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off, Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Get set. Ready, set.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Dukes out of one. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Dolphins running them out of the building. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than... And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. They'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them.